So Indiana's offense will go to work first. And here's the guy they want to feed, this senior running back. In their last win, he had a 100-yard game and scored 3 times.
I got to tell you, I've been really impressed watching this team, and specifically the offense now during this win streak. And the biggest thing has been the running back and their ability toting the football. Physical, they're able to stay ahead of the sticks. Defenses just get worn down because of this guy and his physical style running the football, and I expect to see a little bit of that again today.
Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. Defense just a little too eager, and that's 5 yards for the O. That is a costly penalty on this defense. Now they're dealing with a 2nd and 2. They'll move the wide receiver. On the move. He slides down, and he's got enough to convert the 2nd and short. Offense has it at the 28 on 1st down. Looking downfield, it's Hoover. Fires to the right. Makes a connection. Completion for the 1st down, and man, did he take a shot, and I think they're going to tack a little more onto that one. You just can't hit the quarterback like that. That is a dumb play, and the defender got caught red-handed. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Running inside, it's Beebe. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Back to pass. Finds his man. It's shot. And he laid the lumber to stop him from getting the 1st down. Following the completion, we get a stoppage to check out the injured player. That is their freshman offensive lineman, and boy, they hope this isn't too serious. Howie Rowe will keep an eye on that. They'll send the tight end in motion. On 3rd and short, the power run here. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the 1st down at the 36. The Hoosiers are moving quickly down the field. To the ground, he's got it again. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quick.
And the defense picks up a sack, getting the quarterback down at the 44.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
The 7th play of this opening drive will be a 3rd and long. To the air, it's Hoover. And they fail to hook up on 3rd down.
Oof, you got to be careful if you're the quarterback there. 3rd down, you know, you see a lot of exotic coverages by the defense. That time they played zone, and he tried to force that football into a real tiny window. He's lucky that one wasn't picked off.
Dude, how about that boom? I mean, you talk about power. That dude just booted that thing halfway across the field, completely flipping the field position and getting it down inside the 10. That is a nice job by that punter.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. The give is to Taylor. Picks up the 1st down. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it a good play call.
And everybody around them doesn't just mean the offensive line. The receivers getting their blocks downfield is a big deal, too.
It's a huge deal. We always talk about them catching passes, but blocking is so important for their responsibilities.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Taylor. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. You got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Gets the ball right to the 50-yard line, and that'll be enough for a first down. And the Golden Gophers come to the line with a new set of downs. He'll try the left side. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to fight.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48. They got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Looking for a man. It's Lindsey. Complete to the right. He gets the job done on third down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. The Golden Gophers come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. Able to squeeze out a couple on the play. It's down at the 35.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle him, wear him out. Sometimes these 3 to 4.
A big-time catch along the sidelines. Got the foot down and an excellent throw, too. And the Golden Gophers will try to punch it in on first and goal. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Taylor. He steps and powers and works his way. They finally get him down at the 2.
If at first you don't succeed, try again. I wouldn't be surprised if they just turn around and hand it off to him again here on second.
Tries again to get it in. And a really short game before he gets a whole bunch of company from the defense.
This is the most important part of the field. What you did to get down here means nothing. Nice job by this defense, staying confident, staying aggressive, and forcing the third down and goal.
Third and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. The quarterback sneak. He got it in there, touchdown.
And I tell you what, Reese, I'm not picking a team unless I got a guy that can do something like this at the quarterback spot. I need an athlete. I need a little bit of mobility. Just dictates too much to the defense. QB runs in for 6.
Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. The returner will field it and try to get some field position. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Motion from the wideout. Stopped after a gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Run inside. It's Beebe. Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26. Now looking for that first down on 3rd and short from the 26. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down. That's going to do it for the quarter, and Minnesota has the lead here as we get a look at the stats. And they've swapped into the field, and we'll get it going in the second. And the Hoosiers will send out the punt unit. This will be a second time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt and tries to find an opening. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. The Golden Gophers will start this drive. The offense looks ready to roll. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. They'll operate out of split backs. Off play action on first down. Looking left. With the catch, it's Smith. Speeding down the left side. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Golden Gophers! that.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
He'll bring it back looking for help. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
To throw, it's Hoover. Punts it out of the air. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. Boy, could they use a conversion on 3rd and short from their own 24. Goes to the option. Still on his feet at the 35. And he put his foot in the ground and turned it upfield and turned it into a big play. Great decision to keep it. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far. It's starting to get things moving. It's 1st and 10. All right, guys, let's talk a little Indiana. By the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season for both teams. Caught, and he's got room. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
It must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position that can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early enough in this game.
After the completion, we see there is a man down, and the clock will stop to check on him. And it's their freshman defensive back who's down on the play, and Holly Rowe will keep us up to date on his condition. The Hoosiers with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Running inside, it's Beebe. He locked up and held on to bring him down.
I don't like the play call. You're down this much against the best run defense in the entire country. You're just smashing your face against the wall. You're not going to get it done. To win this game, you're going to have to throw the ball to get back in it.
He's in open space downfield. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line. And the Hoosiers pounded the rock to move the sticks. Now back to work. Looking downfield on first down. Get it out on the screen. Turning it on!
And he didn't get a big gain. You want to call that play and probably want to get more yards, but you could tell that was super close from seriously busting loose. Nice job running the screen, getting the ball to your playmaker.
There's a crease. He's all the way down to the 3. An electric run has him set up.
If you are a fan of old school running the rock, then you absolutely love this drive. 80-plus yards. They've done it mostly on the ground. That last run now sets them up even closer to the goal line. And you can see these defenders. They're looking over to the sideline, looking for answers. They don't know what the front needs to be, if they need to substitute more big guys on the field. They can't stop the running game.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Pushes for the goal line. And he's in. Touchdown, Indiana. And the offense finds a way to cut into this lead. Now we'll hang on here. The coach has called a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive and finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Taylor. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28. Got 3 on first down and 2nd and 7. Looking for a man. It's Lindsey. Got a man. It's Johnson. Runs through a tackle. He's across the 30 and out of bounds at the 31-yard line.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Taylor has it. Across the 45. He'll pick up a few on the play, just enough for the first down. They'll mark it right at midfield. The Golden Gophers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Unloads it left. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
They've got the ball at midfield, but they're facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. Makes the grab. He'll work his way down to the 28.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
The Hoosiers take their first time out. And they're really frustrated having to use that after giving up the first down. And the Golden Gophers, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. Trying to run, it's Taylor. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Now timeout taken by Indiana. That's their 2nd. And now what will they come up with on this 2nd down play? They go right back to it. And this defense does it again. Back-to-back plays for nothing. It'll be 3rd down.
I think one of the keys to this defense's success all season has been how good they've been stopping the run. They are a top 10 unit when it comes to rushing defense, and it's helped them out this year down in the red zone.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Push forward on the sneak. And they make the stop just short of the line to gain. Inches to go. It'll be 4th down.
And that's a nice stop by this defense. Nice job stopping the run, setting up 4th and inches. Listen, this is a no-brainer. If I can't get inches, I don't deserve to win. I'm coming downhill. I'm playing physical. I'm picking my play, whether it's quarterback sneak, fullback dive, whatever it is that we do great, and I'm going to get my inches.
The decision to go for it does not pan out. From the gun, the ground game. Had nowhere to go, couldn't get it out of the end zone. He'll take the safety.
Well, he was trying his best to get out of the end zone, but the penetration up front is what got that safety for the defense. Shooting their gaps, winning the one-on-ones. There was nowhere for that guy to go.
The Minnesota offense is headed back onto the field. On that last drive, 4th and goal didn't exactly work out. They really need to pay it off this time, Jesse.
And they were...
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. The Golden Gophers moving quickly to the line.
And they got to protect their quarterback better up front. They got to give him a little bit more time to make some damage down the field. But look at this. Here they go. No huddle, back on the line, make the defense communicate. Maybe you can catch them sleeping.
Well, the offense is doing their best to try and at least get into field goal range here at the end of the first half. So they take a vertical shot down the field, but give the defense credit. Lots of eyes back there on the quarterback. They're able to break on the ball and make sure that throw falls incomplete.
Throws it deep. Makes the grab on the right. There he goes. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Minnesota! And once he got away from the D, they had no no shot at catching him. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
Big-time players make big plays in big games, man. And it seems like each and every week when this guy has an opportunity in the end zone, he's coming up with the big one. That time, great job focusing and concentration. Defense not able to cover him. That's his now 10th receiving touchdown on the year.
Yeah, and that should have been a pick, but it really doesn't matter. The two-point play, man, you're trying to shove that thing in there. Even if it's a pick, it's okay, but you're trying to make a play to get those 2 points, and obviously he failed on that one, and it could have been an interception.
And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half, we'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. The give on the counter. Found a little bit of running room on that one, but he's brought down and the clock continues to run. And we are headed to halftime. Both squads headed into the locker room to make some adjustments. Gives us an opportunity to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football Studio Update.
Guys, Week 9, kind of a week where we separate the pretenders from the contenders here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin our whip around with Florida, taking on the number 14 team, the Georgia Bulldogs. And it's the Gators, able to pull off the upset by just a score. Going to be fun to see how this changes up the rankings. It gets them to 4-1 on the season, and it's got to be looked at as a solid start. Here now some other games you may have interest in. Social media certainly does. Inside the Big Ten. Now back to your game in Bloomington. This offense hits the half with some impressive scoring drives today. It's been a well-oiled machine, and if this keeps up, they could be approaching some school records today.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Tackled and brought down at the 23-yard line, so not a whole lot of room on that return. What did they talk about at halftime, Holly?
The Hoosiers head coach told me at the half, this team has found some positives with their 3-game winning streak, but right now they haven't done their job on defense. They get an opportunity now to change that, grab some momentum. We'll see how this goes to start the third quarter. I'll keep you posted on how things develop on the sidelines. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. Makes it past the marker. Got a little grass. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Golden Gophers! And the pummeling has started.
And sometimes you live by the blitz, and sometimes you die by the blitz. And right there, great job blocking and understanding it was coming. And then somebody had to make a play in space, and he took it a long way.
You're right, David. It's always a risk by the defense. And if you don't have good gap integrity with the blitz, then the offense can pop one, and that's exactly what happened on that run. Everybody up front not getting flustered, just staying in their tracks, getting their blocks, giving their running back a lane. He uses that speed, and that's just not a touchdown, man. That is a long highlight reel TD.
Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Indiana comes out ready to get this drive underway. After the defense just gave up a touchdown, they really need to put something together on this drive. Running hard and getting 6 yards out to the 26.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
They'll snap this one from the 30 on 1st and 10. The run inside. It's Martin. Couldn't find a lane. A pickup of 1 to the 31.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Just working and poking and prodding and finding his way up to the 36.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this, and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
Minnesota's offense takes the field to get this drive underway. On the ground with the counter. Got enough for the first. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
And, man, this is more of the same for this dude toting the pill. Like, they keep giving it to him, and he keeps producing. Another chunk play. Like, I don't expect that they'll change much to do with this offense because every time they give it to him, he's chewing up some yards and good things are happening.
They're going to ride this running back.
And I go back to him again, too, man. I mean, just the big play, the play before, and they say, why not? Try it again, get it to their running back, try to create some space. Better job by the defense being gap sound, coming downhill, not letting him break tackles. And
here's a little room there. At the 20. To the house. Touchdown, Minnesota.
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience. And with that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stud.
He'll return it. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Hoosiers offense all set and ready to crank things up. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Offside, defense.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides in the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, Coach, and the second one, usually he takes me out of the game.
Just gets it to the 20, a pickup of 1.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
The Hoosiers come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. Keeps it himself. They'll pick up the first down as he gets it out to the 27-yard line. And the Hoosiers come to the line with a new set of downs. They've got him looking run, but they're going to throw it. And the pressure gets there, and down he goes at the 18.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
It's second and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards.
Neutral zone is on that defense.
Defense had them backed up, and then they're in the neutral zone, and the offense will say thank you very much. Let's see what they've got on second down. Dropping back, it's Hoover. Makes the catch, it's Marsh. And this guy has some shiftiness to him, and he showed it off to the defense after picking up a few. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
Contact in the neutral zone leads to that penalty. Good news for the offense. The Hoosiers are flying down the field. Gets the back moving. Running inside. It's Martin. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play. It looks as if we have an injured Hoosier at the end of that play. That is a sophomore offensive lineman down on the play, and we hope he's able to return soon. And the Hoosiers can really attack on this 2nd and short. They'll go right back to the run. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Got rid of it just in time.
Hey man, this whole crowd has grown frustrated with what they've seen from this offense. I mean, they just haven't put drives together. They haven't been explosive. And another incompletion, and the clock is ticking. It's running down. They've got to find a way to create some big plays, to create some momentum, and get these guys on their feet yelling.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Martin. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the 3rd quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. But a little time, lets it go. And the missed connection on 3rd down. The Hoosiers decide to punt it away. And that one will find its way into the end zone for a touchback. We reach the break. It's Minnesota holding the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. So first down, we'll open up the final period. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Oh, he's got some space. The 40. He's at the 30. Past the 10. Touchdown, Golden Gophers. He got a step and just dusted the field. They're on the board again, and it looks as if this winning streak is going to continue.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to pay the consequences of losing this ball game.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage, too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, you'll take that throw all day.
Motion from the wide receiver. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains. Looking for a productive play on first down. on the run. It's Martin. And they'll pick up the first down and mark it at the 47. And the Hoosiers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Might as well give it to him again. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. The Hoosiers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. A run inside. It's Martin. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. Now facing a 3rd and long. Wilson to pass. Working that left side now. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1. And the Hoosiers line up to punt it away. And that one will sail out of bounds. No chance for a return there. Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. The give and tick, 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 tick. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
That back had nowhere to go. The defensive line ate up the blocks. But how about the linebacker swarming in, coming in and making a great play on the ball carrier?
Got enough for the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. Quarterback making checks. Running inside. It's Taylor. Maybe some room here. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give is to Taylor. A confident, tough, efficient run. Gets it up to the 44.
And this is exactly where you want to be as an offensive coordinator. Like when you've got the lead late in the football game, just run the football, eat the clock. Man, they've put a good day together. They've had their way with this defense. A lot of positive things to point to. This is one of those weeks when you watch tape, it's going to be really fun to watch it. Not like when you get beat up. A lot of big plays from this offense. New running back, same result. Like, it's pretty clear what they want to do on the offensive side of the football. They want to dominate the line of scrimmage. They want to run the football, whether it's the starter or now the backup. They're going to establish that ground game. It's what they do. It's who they are.
That is the exclamation point, and they remain perfect. Guys, I think we all expected this game to be close. A couple of teams of this caliber, but boy, what a statement by the underdog in this one.
And there's going to be a big movement in the rankings after that performance. That team that got the win today, they are going to get moved ahead of their opponent. It's one thing to beat a ranked opponent, David. It's one thing to blow the doors off of them. That was impressive.
It's impressive. It's huge for them. Obviously, we know what's going to happen when they're going to move up the charts, but the other side is equally as depressing. I mean, they're going to fall like a rock. This wasn't even a competitive game. This is a bad day, and the rankings will reflect it when they come out.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a